hang up and try again.
Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire. It's Speed Freaks. Motorsports Radio redefined with Kenny Sargent.
We love to party.
Crash Gladys.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
And Statman.
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
You know, on second thought, I don't know if I want William Byron as my winner of another NASCAR Cup Series race. It is so mundane, so vanilla. Ain't nothing happening in that guy's head other than winning. A badass race car driver, but dang it, can we get more vanilla than William freaking Byron? I'm almost to the point where I want Ty Gibbs to win the race. No. Look, I hear you. You. The hate that's out there for Gibbs, I get it, but at least it gives us something to talk about. Damn it. Speed Freaks on a Sunday night, Freak Radio Network. I've already dropped 2 Ds on MAV TV. How you doing, man? Might get a call from the FCC tomorrow morning. Sorry about that, CJ, but, you know, it happens when we have winners like William Byron in the NASCAR Cup Series. A huge show. Speaking of winners, Michael McDowell, who won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway last weekend, who was going to win this dang thing, until his error in the pits and his car decided to crap out. He'll be here for a couple of segments tonight. Will Power. What can you say about Will Power other than the guy just might be negotiating Alex Palou's contract as we speak, and Antron Brown peaking at the right time, driving that Top Fuel Lucas Oil dragster in the NHRA. Statman, Crash Gladys, Richard C. Suave, yours truly. Follow us on Twitter, our website, speedfreaks.tv, and again, the Freak Radio Network, 90-plus stations across the country. And on MAV TV, it's going to be a hell of a show. Statman, you look a little pissed off. You're pissed off that William Byron won the damn race too, aren't you?
Without question. You want to have somebody that you're interested in win the thing. Somebody you could cheer for. Come on. And, hey, what can I tell you?
Without question.
Statman.
What are you getting at, Kenny?
I'm just, listen, there's nothing there in the nothing. Dude's
nothing
won,
in the nothing sphere?
What, 5? My daughter's 9 years old, who's in the bathtub right now. She doesn't like William Byron running. She goes, oh my God, he wins another race.
Yeah, she's not real happy about it.
Imagine that guy. You know what? Now, I can promise you this. I don't know this for a fact. By the way, Ty Gibbs, he's the disdain for that young man is growing immensely, and we'll get to that coming up. But for William Byron, I can promise you this, that the heads of NASCAR are going, please don't win the freaking championship. When you're carting around the dude that brings nothing but unicorns and rainbows, it doesn't punch tickets. William Byron doesn't punch tickets. Is he a fantastic driver, can win on any type of road course, oval in NASCAR? Yes, I'll give you that. But Joey Logano causes controversy. Ty Gibbs causes controversy. Kyle Larson causes controversy. Kyle Busch causes controversy. Statman, what the hell is that about?
But
I don't know. I looked it up today, and William Byron has got more than 100,000 followers on either Instagram or TikTok. I forget which one I was looking at. But he's got some popularity, and people like him. So maybe we're the ones that ought to get on board instead of him.
Crasher, they're all Russian bots that are following. You can't tell me 100,000 people have his gear that want to hear what William has to say.
100,000 people know, but here's the deal. This is the same thing we said about Jimmy Johnson in the mid 2000s. And then we got to know him a little bit better. We're like, oh, dude, you're not this vanilla guy that you come across as in interviews. I mean, dude was a partier, still is a partier. Jimmy Johnson is amazing.
We partied with him at the Bush banquet.
You're right.
We know about him and Travis Pastrana and gang pounding down doors at hotels.
Enough. Yeah, that some of it's not public knowledge. But I mean, who knows? Maybe William Byron is behind closed doors, a super fun guy. And eventually, as he matures, that will come out. But you're right. I don't think 100,000 people have the number 24 gear. I think that he is also benefiting from some of the old 24 Jeff Gordon fan base coming over to just say, that's still my number. That's still my team. So, yeah, there's got to be a little bit of that. Here's the deal, though. You were focusing on controversy, whether it's Kyle Busch or Joey Logano or Kevin Harvick or any of the guys that create a stir in NASCAR and give us headlines that carry over for days and weeks. Okay, William Byron doesn't do that, but do we need somebody to do that? Because it seems like Tyler Reddick is pretty popular and he's not a controversial guy by any stretch.
Two things on Tyler Reddick. We know him. And two, Tyler Reddick will say whatever he wants to say.
Valid.
When there's controversy out there, he may not pick the most popular thing to say. Tyler Reddick will say it. I don't know William Byron. He might be a freaking snidely whiplash. Look that up, millennials, when it comes to shutting off the cameras. I mean, he may be one big a-hole. I mean, he walks in the door and starts kicking cats, throwing dogs out in the pool. Maybe that's him.
Snidely whiplash?
Snidely whiplash. Look it up. Yeah. Suave, look it up.
What are you going to do about snidely whiplash?
Look at Stat, man. He's doing this. Suave, does he punch any tickets for you, man?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't at all. Except for the only thing I like about William Byron is his celebration.
Go and clear your throat, man. You have about 6 pounds of mucus right there. Go ahead.
The only thing that I like about William Byron is he always does the big hat thing.
Yep.
After every time he wins a race. And when you think of William Byron, that's the first thing I think of.
Oh my God.
While you guys were talking, I actually kind of looked this up to try and give us some context to how popular he is. I'm looking at a JC article from 2022, and they released who was the top 10 vote getters in terms of most popular driver by the fans.
Okay.
And here are the top 10 from last year. And tell me who did not make the list. Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr.
No William Byron.
The guy with the most wins in the NASCAR Cup Series this year did not make the top 10. There's only 36 full-time drivers. What does that tell you?
Not top 10. All right, so let's put it out there on social media. Let's put it out there. What is it going to take for you to like William Byron? Clearly, he's got talent behind the wheel, but he doesn't seem to be very popular. So what's it going to take for any of you out there to like William Byron, the points leader right now in NASCAR?
Now, there are guys that are not popular. Look at Sam Hornish. Sam Hornish wasn't popular, but he won championships and races. And, you don't have to be. And there are some popular guys who couldn't buy a ticket to victory lane. So, hey, that's why they're not racing anymore right now.
Sam Hornish, man, we're going deep on that one. IndyCar Series champion, did he ever win the Indy 500 Crasher?
Oh, yes.
Did he?
Yes.
When it was Champ Car, IndyCar, Indy Star, what was it? Was
Indy Star? Yeah, it was the newspaper race.
Yeah.
He won it mid-2000s.
Just got to have, John Force is not controversial. And that's like comparing apples to a coffin. I get it. But John Force is not controversial. The personality that he brings, even Ron Capps. Sorry, but Ty Gibbs, he's got. Oh, I almost throw that shovel back over there. I don't need to dig that rabbit hole just yet because we've got Ty Gibbs and the whole controversy that came up yesterday in the Xfinity Series race. We've got that coming up in the second segment. Also this hour, Michael McDowell, who won Indianapolis Motor Speedway's road course last weekend, and the dude who was frankly going to win it this weekend until he crapped the bed when it came to his run. I've never in my life heard running through too many pit stalls. I get it. I understand the significance of the safety of it, but has anybody else heard that?
I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
I've heard of that before. Come on, you got to pay attention, Kenny.
Suave?
Yes, I knew that was a rule,
Right.
but just people just don't get penalized for it that often because they're smart enough not to do it.
I think it's no more than 2. I think you can't go through more than 2 to get into your own.
I think the announcers today, at
Yeah.
one time they said 3, at another time they said 4. So clearly the exact rule confuses even them. But yeah, there is a certain number and you can't go over it.
So when Michael McDowell decided to do that, I didn't hear
There
any
you
post.
go. Look at that text on the screen right now.
Mhm.
Dale Jr. didn't win any Cup championships, and he was the most popular driver.
Personality.
12 years in a row. Yeah, it's personality. It doesn't have to be quality behind the wheel.
What's your point? Who are you for or against? The damn good driver and a crappy personality, or
I'm
crappy
just saying
driver and
one's
damn
got
good
nothing to
personality?
do with the other. William Byron's a good driver, and he's got a bunch of social media. But we're going to sit and say we wish somebody else would win the race. And look at Ty Gibbs. I know we're going to talk about this later, but Ty Gibbs, people are taking numbers to bash him, and he's a good guy, supposed to be.
Wait, what?
Until somebody beats him, and then he wants to go fight him.
He's a good guy in theory.
Oh.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, there's a lot of since 2016. There's a lot of good guys in theory.
Freak Nation, it's a very good show for tonight. If I'm lying, I'm dying, and I don't plan on crapping the bed anytime in the next hour and 50 minutes, man. Will Power, Indy 500 champion, IndyCar champion, he'll be here. Michael McDowell will be here, and Ty Gibbs. The hate is growing. I can't even keep up with it. That's next. SpeedFreaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add 1 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. 1 bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Palmerito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discoverytown, State, Illinois.
This segment of Speed Freaks is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, you hear us talk about constant travel, time commitments, and a slew of other life schedules. Throw in some unexpected curveballs that life throws our way. It's easy to get lost and in need of some guidance to get back on track. And that's where BetterHelp.com comes in. Go to BetterHelp.com/freaks and get 10% off your first month. Tap into the world's largest network of licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a range of issues, including depression, anxiety, relationships, grief, and more. With BetterHelp.com's therapist, you get the same quality you'd expect from an in-office therapist, but you can communicate with them when and how you want, anytime from anywhere. You also get to schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you from your cell phone or computer. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/freaks for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/freaks.
The weekend racing is over, or is it?
not on MAV TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAV TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
I use Lucas Oil. You should use Lucas Oil on your two wheels or your four wheels. Go with Lucas Oil. I don't think I'll be doing the jingle anytime soon for Lucas Oil. You like that, man?
Going to Broadway.
You like that? Bang. If you're watching us on MAV TV, you saw me with a big Lucas Oil motorcycle oil sign. And if you heard us on our Freak Radio Network, you probably turned over to Jim Rome or replayed Jim Rome for about 15, 16 years ago. Lucas Oil, 2 wheels, 4 wheels, speedboat. They've got the products to keep all your engines snappy and happy. Don't believe me? Go to lucasoil.com. Crasher, you okay? You're taking time away from, I can't want to say Ty Majeski, Ty Gibbs.
I'm not taking time away from this epic conversation, but my ears are hurting a little bit. That was interesting.
That was great.
Yeah. Did you like it?
That was awesome.
Okay.
Listen, millennials get it. I can't always broadcast to the half-deads out there.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of half-deads, speaking of some people that don't like people, it's Ty Gibbs. In all seriousness, what the Gibbs family went through, right, prior to the championship race weekend at Phoenix International Raceway, losing Coy Gibbs. Not discounting that at all. It affected the entire race. It affected the mood around the racetrack because of the significance that the name Gibbs not only plays in NASCAR, but just in a lot of people's lives. I understand that. And the darts being thrown at Ty Gibbs at the time stopped, and rightly so. We're in another year of racing. Ty Gibbs is running full-time again in the NASCAR Cup Series. He's running part-time in the Xfinity Series. And what happened Saturday afternoon in green-white checkered, Crasher?
It was an overtime restart, yes.
Ty Gibbs was running up front. Turn 1, Sam Mayer, who's been in the Freak Nation several times when he was running in the ARCA Series. Sam Mayer decided to punt Ty Gibbs, something that we've seen Ty Gibbs do to other drivers.
Well, hang on a second. These guys have a history, number one. Number two, they had a tussle up the restart prior in which they both got loose, and that one was instigated by Ty Gibbs. So remember, all of this on this final restart is fresh in Sam Mayer's mind.
If you are... Go ahead, Statman. Microphone.
There
you go.
Sam Mayer is saying that he had some wheel hop, which is supposed to, not be supposed to be difficult. But he said he had some wheel. He had a problem with his car, and that's what caused the contact between the two.
Got it.
The quotes I saw, he just flat up admitted it, and he specifically said he would do that again, not just to Ty Gibbs, he would do that to any driver because he was going for the win. So I don't know. Maybe one interview he was trying to say wheel hop, but in all other interviews I've seen, he knows what he did, and he did it intentionally.
He heard me. He said, "I need to create some controversy for Sargent with Speed Freaks because they'll talk about me then." Richie, do you have the video ready to go with that last lap in overtime between Sam Mayer and Ty Gibbs? Let her roll.
Gibbs into turn 1, contact made. He's tagged. Mayer gets into the back of him and around it goes. He'll also collect it in it. Gibbs into turn 1, contact made.
Yeah.
He's tagged. Mayer gets
a love tap.
I don't know about you guys. I didn't see any brake lights there. from Sam Mayer. That took Ty Gibbs out of it. I'm not sure how the crowd reacted because I didn't see the race. Richie, who do you want to go to first, Sam Mayer or Ty Gibbs after the race?
Yeah, we're going to hear from the winner first, Sam Mayer. This is going to be what he told NBC Sports right after he crossed the finish line.
Okay.
The winner from yesterday, Watkins Glen Xfinity Series, after he bumped and ran Ty Gibbs.
And then we saw you give it to him on that restart. That fair or foul, in your opinion?
Yeah, I will hopped it. That's unfortunate. I feel bad for doing that. Obviously, you don't want to take out a Gibbs car like that or any car like that. But yeah, I mean, just trying to get another win in the Xfinity Series. I mean, I got a lot of catching up to do, and I mean, I was in there. I put my nose in there, and I mean, that's part of it. Fenders are fenders.
So you're just calling that an accident, a racing incident?
Yeah, that's an accident, but I think everyone can agree that it's okay for an Xfinity Series regular to win this race.
Congratulations.
Thank
you. Agreed.
All right.
Give it up for the regulars.
That is Sam. Man, remember that comment about regulars in the Xfinity Series winning a race. Okay. Here is Ty Gibbs post-race.
I mean, I don't really know how much of a conversation you can, really have with him and in that situation. Like I said, we've been kind of grew up around racing each other. I think he has more starts than I do, and this is his second win. So congratulations to him on the second win, and definitely wish I could have got my 13th there.
Tough way to end it for Ty Gibbs, the dominant car today.
What a butt.
He later went on to tell MRN radio after the race as well that he's basically like, listen, Sam's racing the Xfinity Series, I'm racing in the Cup Series.
So he's throwing it out there intentionally, being, what did you say, Kenny? A butthead?
No, I just said he's a butt.
He's a butt.
There's other words I wanted to use about the guy, the words that I say off camera, but not a fan of Ty Gibbs. Haven't been since the first time we interviewed him.
Yeah.
There were times when we were offered to interview Ty Gibbs after some of his race wins early on, and I just said no, because I don't need to hear a lot of extraneous stuff that if you guys know how Ty Gibbs interviews, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to hear more about the reasons why he did this or did that on the track. I don't need some ancillary things that are going on. And I don't, Statman and I've talked about this, whether on the air or off the air. I don't have time to be around a-holes.
Right.
I don't want a-holes. Well, actually, I want a-holes on our show like that, but not going out of our way to bring the a-holes on.
Well, not a waste of time a-hole.
Hey.
Don't give me stuff that's just going to be like self-inflating and doing nothing else for motorsports, period. It's like, no, you get out of my way. You're a waste of time. Ty Gibbs.
And after that, Statman, you could just see Twitter. And Richie, bring up some of the tweets that you saw. I want Statman's take on where this thing's going with Ty Gibbs and the social media stance from a lot of people who are just don't like Ty Gibbs. But I'll do a 180 as Richie's bringing this up. I like that we have the Ty Gibbs in here because it's given us a full 12 minutes to talk about it.
All right.
I may contradict myself, but you need contradicting a-holes.
I got him at the ready here, Kenny. I won't be able to bring him up for the Freak Nation to see on Map TV, so they're just gonna have to listen to the beautiful sounds of my voice and our beautiful faces. So I'm gonna read some of the responses yesterday at SpeedFreaks on Twitter. I asked fair or foul, just like NBC Sports did. Randy says fair. David says, for whatever reason, only Earnhardt cars or anyone wrecking a JGR car are allowed to do this. Any other time, people get caps lock mad. NASCAR fans are exhausting. Nathan says fair and foul. Ty got to get it done to him a lot just because of his attitude.
Oh,
we got a rubbing his racing, tit for tat, foul, but there's always exceptions. So it's a little mixed. I think it was more based on the incident alone, more so than giving Ty Gibbs crap. And I did see that. I'm sure you guys did as well yesterday, that the Ty Gibbs dislike is certainly 100% real. And that's what I saw for the most part from others who didn't respond to us exactly on Twitter. That's what they were saying. It's like, oh, cool. Ty Gibbs got wrecked. Good for him. See ya.
I like this live comment by Michael. Ty definitely learned how to control his emotions in interviews, but still with the chicken-esque comments. Yeah.
Statman, you got about 30 seconds worth on this?
No. No, I mean, what are you going to say about Ty Gibbs? If we ever want to talk to anybody at Joe Gibbs Racing ever again in life, what are you going to say about him? There's a lot of people that don't like him. They don't like set from last year when, he had some problems dealing with the public and the social media, and he sort of changed around. But that ghosting he just did, who needs that? I don't care what kind of debate they might have going back to when they were young. Just say your piece and leave. You don't have to take on somebody.
Statman's right, and we got to get out of here. He could say, "I think it was a punk move by Sam," and just move on.
Right.
Not flaunt. That's the flaunting is what drives me crazy.
I'm a cup driver. You're not.
Yeah, right. That's the flaunting.
He has 2 wins. I have 13.
You step on him, okay, then back up and you step. I'm not a fan of that. His name is Michael McDowell. He should have won that damn race today at Watkins Glen. He did win at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The dude is legit, and we are fans of what Michael McDowell does. He joins us next. Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive. Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
The Pomerado Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discovertown, State, Illinois.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAV TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAV TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
Years of doing
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
You're back with the Freaks. Over 23 years of doing this thing, man. Lucas Oil Studios rolling on those General tires. Good to get the Phoenician back in the Freak Nation. Michael McDowell, your winner from Indianapolis Motor Speedway last weekend. And, Michael, there's so many emotions that went through our head, nowhere near what went through your head after that race win. But I don't even want to say there were doubters. There were people just not even talking about Michael McDowell winning this race. You're sitting just outside of a playoff spot, and we're all ignoring you. You as the driver in that car, does that inspire you to kick some ass, or what is it?
It's funny because I don't pay too much attention to a lot of the, I call it outside noise, of people's perception of what you're doing or what you're not doing. But, I'm still engaged in the sport, and I'm watching and listening and all that. I just think that people aren't paying attention because, and I'm not saying that, with a big ego, but since this next gen car, we've been really fast at the road courses, and we haven't had a performance yet like we did at Indy, but, we went to Sonoma, qualified third, only car that could hang with Truex, probably had a shot at winning that race, ran in the top 5 pretty much every single road course that we've had with this next gen car. So we felt as a team and as a group, we're building, getting better. It was just a matter of time. But I think that when you're running 3rd to 7th, people are like, oh yeah, he's having a good day, but they don't realize how close that is to a winning day because it only takes a few things. And so, it's fun to surprise people for sure. We weren't surprised. And I don't say that like arrogant. We weren't. We thought we could go there and run top 5. And if we do everything right, we'll have a shot at winning the race. Now, we didn't know that we'd have a dominant car and hit everything perfect and be able to, lead a lot of laps and do that. But we knew that we were going to be close and in the game. So just fun. I've never been in a situation like that in the Cup Series to have a car quite that good. And it's nice that we maximized, the opportunity that we had.
Well, hold on. You say you didn't know going into the weekend that you would have a dominant car. When did you realize it? Was it practice? Was it qualifying? Was it mid-race?
So at the end of practice, we were feeling pretty good about just overall where we were at. We look at all the data, we look at all the lap trackers, and, you have your fastest average of, over all the laps, who was the fastest 5 lap, fastest 10 lap, and fastest single lap. And we led all those categories in practice. So we knew we were in a pretty good spot. But you just don't know how that's going to translate from Saturday to Sunday. Because the rubber track changes, condition changed. It rained during the Xfinity race. Lots of rubber went down. You had IndyCar rubber. So there's a lot of variables. But Sunday by lap 3, I pretty much knew that, I had an opportunity at it. I had a hot rod. So, I woke up Sunday morning more nervous than normal. It just kind of feeling like this was an opportunity that, we probably had the best car and now you got to go make something happen with it. So I think all weekend it kind of just led to, showing that we had the speed and we were close.
I saw somewhere where you made mention of how your family was not there for your win in Daytona, but they were in Indy. So if you woke up a little bit more nervous than normal on Sunday, race day morning in Indianapolis, how did your family help you with that?
Yeah. So, they make it more stressful. Anybody that has kids knows that, like, you can be sweet and nice. I love my family. You guys know that, but you're already tense. You're already stressed out. And now somebody's not happy with breakfast and somebody took somebody's toy and they said this. And I'm like, I just got to get out of here. Just like you would in everyday life, right? That doesn't change. But what I was feeling was, I've had this before where you're just feeling the weight and the pressure of this is an opportunity. You don't get it all the time. And so it didn't scare me. If anything, I just kind of knew you just got to be laser focused and you got to make the most of it.
Wow. Michael McDowell, winner of the NASCAR road race at Indianapolis. You win and they want to shut the thing down. What's that tell you?
Yeah, I think that was coming way before my win. Being on the road course has been fun, and I'm biased. I would race on a road course every weekend if they'd let us. But I also, too, understand the significance of racing, at Indy on the oval and the Brickyard. And the road course is special, but it's different. It is different. It's no different when y'all are watching IndyCar and we're watching IndyCar. The 500 is different than the GP. It just is. And that's not taking away anything from the road course. I don't feel less about winning the Indy road course, because of saying that. So I understand wanting to get back to the oval. And I think the next gen car, honestly, will put on a good race there. It's probably a good time for it. But I like mixing it up too. I think that, the last few years we've gone to some new tracks and added some new venues and, new styles with dirt. And so I think doing different things like that is helpful. Running at the same tracks and going there twice and doing the same thing for 10 or 15 years. I think that, fans want to see it different. We want to see it different as competitors. So, I hope that will not scratch the Indy road course altogether. But I do think that the oval is probably in our future.
And Michael McDowell, it's a small team, one car. You've only been in business less than 5 years, going against teams that have been around for 5 decades, it seems. Your success recently in the last few years, especially in the last 10 races, your success is because of what? The new car that everybody is learning, you getting better, the team getting better. Where's the success coming from?
Yeah, all the above, just like anything else. It's all about people. People are what make everything go better and or go worse, right? And so we've done a great job of finding really good people here at Front Row. And I do think that this next gen car is a big part of it. I don't think it's the only part, but we had good people. We had a good program. Then you bring in the next gen car and it levels the playing field. And now we're in the game. I think we had the people and the knowledge and the experience to be in the game. We just didn't quite have the equipment. When the equipment got leveled out slightly, that put us kind of in that next level. And so it's a process. I do feel like I'm getting better. Still a student, still working really hard to try to, learn new things and maximize every detail that you can. Our race team has progressively gotten better, but I would be lying to you if I said that, we would have been here had the next gen car not come. I don't think we would have. I think the next gen car is what helped us get to that next level. And it definitely has leveled the playing field. And to my surprise, it's actually stayed that way. I remember telling my guys, we got 6 months with this new car. We better get it done in 6 months, because when Hendrick and their 600 people figure it out, they're going to leave us in the dust again. That's just what big teams do. They just more people, more resources, they're going to do it. So we got a very short window to make it happen. But that hasn't been the case. I think NASCAR's done a pretty good job of keeping everybody together, because here we are coming up on, year 2 for us. And we're as good, if not even a little better than we were at times last year. And that's with a lot of teams figuring it out. You would go to races last year and you'd have 4 Joe Gibbs racing cars run 25th to 30th. Never in the history of our sport have we ever seen anything like that, right? Then you'd see Penske go win 2 or 3 in a row, and then they would go to a racetrack and they would be 20th to 25th. And so now that everybody's had time with this car and figuring it out, it's harder, but we haven't lost to the top team. So it's been a big help.
There's no competitive sport equal to track and field anywhere in the world, especially the World Championships now in Budapest. I got caught up in the Sunday coverage from NBC Sports, watching Noah Lyles back up his past 200-meter gold with the gold in the 100 meters was incredible to watch. Working that hard, making your own device, your body, equal to or better than everyone else in the world. That must be overwhelming at some point. Watching the woman from the Netherlands fall, reaching for the gold in the mixed 4x400 relay, and the American team won, that was gripping. American Anna Hall needed to win the 800 meters in the women's heptathlon by 3 seconds to get a gold. She won by 1.5 seconds, missing the gold after a lifetime of training for that one moment. Watching the best athletes in the world run, jump, and throw against each other is moving in the extreme, and they do it eye to eye without turning to each other.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
The Pomerado Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discovertown, State, Illinois.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Freak Nation, got to tell you this, man. When you walk outside tomorrow morning, take your kid to school, head to work, why don't you check your tires? Make sure you have ample rubber on those tires. If not, go to GeneralTire.com to find the right tire for your righteous ride. Speed Freaks have been supporting General Tire for many, many years, and they've been doing the same with us. Go to GeneralTire.com to find the tire for your righteous ride. We continue on with our conversation with Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course winner Michael McDowell here in the Freak Nation.
You had experience before NASCAR. You had experience in open wheel. This car is not your NASCAR. It doesn't have truck arms and all the paraphernalia that made the car 50 years old, carburetors. Did you bring something into the mix that said, I know this and I can help, and you were one of the things that helped bring the car along?
So yes and no. I've been a part of a lot of those conversations, decisions when it comes to which direction we're going with different things, and Jim France is obviously a big part of this next gen car and the NASCAR family. But I've raced for Jim in sports cars and have known him for a long time. And so we would talk every weekend. We were talking about sports car racing and, talking about IndyCar racing and, what the sport needed and, what keeps us from being able to compete. And he would ask me a lot of those questions. Is it engineering? Is it just funding? What about this? What if this was standardized? So I don't want to say that I was influential in any of those, but I definitely had a lot of those conversations. But I do feel like that when this car rolled out, immediately I felt very comfortable in it. It was more like a Daytona prototype sports car that I, came out of. I mean, that was a lot of years ago. If I got into a prototype right now, it would be so different than the old prototype that I drove that it would be like going from the old Cup car to the new Cup car. But immediately when the new car came out, I felt like, oh yeah, I know what this should feel like. And this is familiar to me. And I think that that's helped, kind of speed up our learning curve.
Michael McDowell, winner from Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course last weekend, NASCAR Cup Series, joining us here in the Freak Nation. Two things. I'll ask the first question. The first one is, when it comes to road courses versus ovals, the layperson will say, well, okay, a road course, why can't the same guy win on a road course that wins on an oval? Can you explain to, and frankly, I kind of have that too. Where are the intricacies? Is it in the driver? Is it in the setup where you can go out and dominate on a road course, but there may be a difficulty on a mile oval for Front Row and Michael McDowell?
Yeah, that is a great question. I've never had it framed like that. If you gave me a race-winning car at Darlington, I'm going to go win the race. I don't feel like it's just because of road course experience, but I think that my road course experience helps me get our setup and our program a little bit better than, say, at a place like Darlington. But there are particular drivers in the Cup Series that are just really, really strong at the road courses, and most of those guys are strong on ovals too. But there's very few now. When I first started, it was different. There's very few now that you just go, oh, that guy's no good. Joey Logano. You wouldn't say that he's not good at a road course. He's really good at a road course. It might not be his best tracks or his expertise, but the guys aren't slouches anymore. Everybody works really hard at it. And, the old days, there was probably like 15 guys that sucked really bad at road course. I mean, they were atrocious. And then there was like 10 of those guys that were good at it, naturally gifted, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, you go through the list of them, Carl Edwards. I mean, and then there was other guys that worked really hard at being able to just do it somewhat well. Now everybody is locked in.
Michael McDowell joining us once again here in the Freak Nation. Been a long time guest in the Freak Nation. We've said it for 20 plus years of how he called us on his honeymoon night many, many years ago. Michael, I don't know how deep you want to go into this. You are a very spiritual man, and that's out there. We know that, and we love it. How has your mental state grown over these 2 decades in NASCAR when it comes to dealing with signing contracts with your team, which just happened, winning races, knowing that you can compete with the Hendricks and the Penske's? You've got a family. Can you share with us? Can you deep dive into this a little bit about mentally? Where are you? How are you doing now as a person in your age, driving a big time Cup car and dealing with this outside noise?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever asked. I mean, so I'll do my best. I feel like early on in my career, I was just all fire, energy, and just whatever you had to do to perform at a high level. And I had just enough drive and ambition and natural ability to keep that going. And then I got into the Cup Series, huge jump. Cars are hard to drive, very foreign to me, out of my element, new team, new program, new manufacturer, and it was just a struggle. And I put so much pressure on myself, which I think you should at this level. I mean, you're the driver. There is a lot of pressure, but maybe pressure isn't the right word. So much worth in that your value is tied in performance. And so I think where my faith has helped me is knowing that my value is not based on my performance. My value is who I am. It's who I am as a father, as a husband, as a person, as a friend. What I do is what I do. Now, I want to be really good at what I do. It's important to me. Faith comes into that too. I feel like God has given me the opportunity, one, the skill set, and two, people die to be a Cup driver. They would die to be in this position. And so for me not to give it everything I have and to work really hard at it would just be poor stewardship on my part. So I work really hard at it. I hold the results loosely because I know that my value doesn't come from whether or not I win the race. My value comes in who I am as a person. And so that's helped me a lot, right? It's also helped me to be able to, if I put in the work, and this might sound selfish, but it's just how I'm able to deal with it mentally. If I study, if I put in the work, if I give it everything I have, then I'm pretty okay with whatever the result is. I can't control every aspect and every variable, where it used to drive me nuts. It'd bother you so much, but if I just do what I'm supposed to do and I work really hard at what I'm supposed to do and I do that well and hold the results loosely, I can sleep well at night and not be too stressed out about it and too anxious about it and too worried about it. It's so that's a little bit how I deal with it. As far as the pressure of contracts and playoffs and all that, it's the same thing. I treat it like this: do right by people, work hard, and the Lord takes care of the rest. If I end up out on the road and I got to find a new job, that's all part of the journey. It's all part of the plan. I gave it everything I had. And so when you have days like we had at Indy was no different for me preparation wise than Chicago Road Course was. But the result just worked out. Everything came together. We had a fast car, pit crew did excellent, everything. So I feel very satisfied, obviously, from Indy, but I was satisfied with the work that I put in for those other races too, even though the result wasn't there. So, but it is a grind. It's so many highs and lows. So this is the other thing too, is don't let your highs be too high and don't let your lows be too low. And that's one thing that this week that I'm trying to do well. Like the same people that'll build you up and tell you you're great are the same people that said you suck, you're 40 years old, you're fat, and you shouldn't get a contract. I don't care. You just can't let your highs be too high and your lows be too low, because if your highs define you, you're going to crash hard. And if your lows define you, you're going to crash hard. Mm-hmm. And so you just try to stay in that middle ground where you know who you are. I know who I am. It's no secret of who I am. I know my flaws. I know all the broken parts. I know all the ugly parts. And I know who I'm not. And I'm okay with both. And so, but it takes years and experience. And I think that that's what helps me now. Like the pressure on Sunday, I felt the pressure. Those last 10 laps, I'm not, if I don't win, I'm going to lose everything and it's all going to fall apart. I'm just like, this is my chance. So cool. Like, make it count. This is awesome. I'm going to make it count. And if I slide off, I slide off. They can't eat you. They can't eat you. Like, they won't eat you. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Freak Nation, his smile, his demeanor says it all, man. Michael McDowell here in the Freak Nation. Buddy, I know we took you a little longer than we should have.
Good.
Damn it. It's the Freak Nation, and then it's McDowell. Buddy, thank you very much for doing this, man. Good luck to you, partner.
All right. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.
Michael McDowell here in the Freak Nation. Coming up, Will Power and Antron Brown in the second hour. You don't want to miss it. Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, Dad, what are you going to buy at the store today?
I'm out of Lucas Oil fuel treatment, so let's jump in here and grab us some.
Well, do they have the Lucas Oil parts cleaner and degreaser?
I bet they do.
Well, how about the Lucas Oil power steering fluid?
You know, they'll have that too.
Even the octane booster?
I won't be surprised if they do.
My favorite red and tacky grease?
Yes, they will, babe.
Dad, when we're done, can we grab some candy?
Deal, but you gotta share.
Awesome! Lucas works.
The Pomerado Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discovertown State, Illinois.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
This segment of Speed Freaks is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, you hear us talk about constant travel, time commitments, and a slew of other life schedules. Throw in some unexpected curveballs that life throws our way. It's easy to get lost and in need of some guidance to get back on track. And that's where BetterHelp.com comes in. Go to BetterHelp.com/freaks and get 10% off your first month. Tap into the world's largest network of licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a range of issues, including depression, anxiety, relationships, grief, and more. With BetterHelp.com's therapist, you get the same quality you'd expect from an in-office therapist, but you can communicate with them when and how you want, anytime from anywhere. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/freaks for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/freaks.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Please hang up and try again.
Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios.
Driven by General Tire.
It's Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined with Kenny Sargent.
We love to party.
Crash Gladys.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
And Statman.
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
Second hour of the Freaks, Freak Nation. And if you're ever curious about how the Speed Freaks hockey team is doing and how they've done, we hope to get to that sometime this hour. They made the championship, and we'll give you an update coming up here in the Freak Nation. Antron Brown coming up in minutes. Will Power, who's getting set to run at Worldwide Technology Raceway. By the way, go to www.raceway.com for information on how you could be a part of just a flat-out badass weekend in St. Louis, Worldwide Technology Raceway.
This coming up weekend, next weekend.
Yep.
Holy cow, it's here.
IndyCar there on Sunday afternoon, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Again, Antron Brown coming up in moments. And I promise you, the full Statman Stat, sorry to cut out that thing earlier. I just didn't program right, buddy.
Well, it happens.
Right?
And that revenge from Ty Gibbs sneaking in the background.
I was Sam Mayer, you were Ty Gibbs, and I decided to take your right rear quarter panel out.
There you go.
Wheel hop.
Hey, follow us on Twitter, of course, the website, speedfreaks.tv, Facebook, Instagram, we're all over it, man. Mav TV, thank you guys for having the Freaks on a Sunday night. And the Freak Radio Network, 23 plus years. 90 plus stations, including Sirius XM and every audio app that you can imagine. Suave, before we get to Antron Brown, real quick, what was the map that you saw in regards to William Byron in our conversation about how unpopular this guy is that's won 5 Cup races?
Yeah, this is terrific. This was done by a Twitter user who had a massive Google form that he put out and took a survey of people worldwide. They could fill it out and asking who was the most popular driver, not only in each state, but worldwide as well. And William Byron popped up in one country. I'm going to test your guys' geography skills here. If you're watching us on Matt TV, William Byron was most popular in one country. You can barely even see what it is. Guess what it is?
Oh my.
South America.
Okay, I just see 8 in Brazil. That's all I
Correct.
see.
William Byron has won the popular vote in Peru, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Machu Picchu. Yeah, there you go.
Machu Picchu.
12,000.
Ryan Blaney.
He goes
Canadians
out and
love
wins
you.
the Lucas Oil Nationals in Brainerd, Minnesota. Antron Brown joining us now in the Freak Nation. Freak Nation, you see him. His name is Antron Brown, and when he rolls in the Freak Nation, he's always got something to say. This time he could say he's another big-time winner, this time at the Lucas Oil Nationals in Brainerd, Minnesota. Bam! Hey, look, man, with Lucas Oil flying all those colors over you, this is their race. The pressure was on you to win this thing, my friend.
It was. And, the cool part is to do it at their sponsored race here in BIR. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm feeling so excited. I feel a little bit like Flavor Flav. But think about it, it was awesome. It's one of those deals where it just makes you feel so good. And to pull it out with the competition we raced, it was unbelievable. All the credit to the team. Lord knows, truly blessed. Brian Karate, Mark Oswald, Brad Mason, this whole Matco Tools, Lucas Oil, AAA throwdown team is no joke, and we did it in FVP country. Yes. And I love it.
Yeah, let's just add to that pressure by having a slew of people from another one of your sponsors with FVP on hand to watch your every move. But tell me, Sunday, you just won on Saturday the Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge through your qualifying rounds. Did you have a little bit of a leg up coming into Sunday because of such successful runs on Saturday?
Well, we had successful runs and stuff like that. Where do you go? There we go. We had successful runs on Saturday, but the thing about it was the good part, we qualified in the top half of the field. It gave us lane choice. I think that really helped out. In our last run in the Too Fast, Too Tasty Mission Challenge, we actually dropped the whole 340 feet. So we should have been in the top 3 in qualifying. We're on that pace like Justin Nash, like about 6 thou slower. So we knew we had a great car, but then we got to race day crash, and the weather got crazy cool, and the track got super tight, which it does in Brainerd. It went from 96 degrees to like 68 degrees a day, overcast. And the track got AAA throwdown, and we threw it out the park first round, and we dropped low ETF first round and big mile an hour like Clay Milken was just as fast as us. It gave us the confidence all race day to do the right things to get through those rounds, and that's where my team strategized as well. And they tightened this loose nut behind the steering wheel to make it happen.
Tighten the loose nut behind the steering wheel. Oh, hey, Antron Brown, Lucas Oil Nationals winner. No loose nut tonight. Go celebrate. But tell me, is this now a little bit of going into the playoffs, the countdown? Yay, you're so solid in there now. Tell me a weight hasn't been lifted.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, we've been just like working hard just to get our combination right. I'm dropping the phone like always, but we've been working hard to get our combination right. And we just stay tried and true. Like, we weren't in race mode all year. We've been in test mode at a lot of races, trying to find a bigger window. And we found that window, and we're still doing fine adjustments to it. And we're only going to get better. We're actually hitting our stride, and we're peaking at the right moment. But these races, as fast as everybody's going, you can hit your stride and be on point and still get taken out. So our main focus is to keep doing what we do. And we're using that Lucas oil because it works, baby. And we're going to keep trying to do what we do like Ray Charles.
All right, now, and that Antron Brown, winner at the Brainerd Top Fuel, going into the playoffs. Last heard from, you won the Mission Challenge. You were going to put fried chicken and watermelon on those tortillas. Now you bring up Flavor Fave, and you got what's happened to my man here?
Yeah, boy. I'm just joking with you. I'm joking with you, Stat Man. Look, you gotta have fun. If you ain't have fun, why are you living? And that's what we do over here. That was the whole deal of us doing this AB Motorsports deal, was to come out and race, but do it the right way. And the right way, of course, we put the Lord first, and we have fun. You know what I mean? We have a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. And for me, like, I love Spanish. I love Mexican food. But the thing about it is, when I said that, Statman, you can't deny it. Think about the crisp flavorness of some really good seasoned fried chicken, broken off the chicken, put on a Mission tortilla, okay? And then you could put a little lettuce, a little spinach, or even cabbage if you want to, and drizzle it with some honey with a hint of hot sauce in the honey, and drizzle it over it. Brother, that will make a mean tortilla. The salty with the sweetness, and then you have it tied in with the freshness and the sweetness of the watermelon. Man. Talk to me, man.
Is this what you're serving up at the U.S. Nationals in a couple of weeks? Come on.
I don't know if I'm serving it up, but I'm sure eating it.
Go get your pictures taken, dude. You won. You deserve it. And we need to have you back in here some more when the playoffs start.
Absolutely. I hope I get to talk to y'all more. I miss y'all, fam. I'm part of the Freak Nation. I'm part of that Freak family. And I love y'all like no other. And you know what? You always give me the energy, inspiration. And I hope I can be on your show every weekend. I love y'all.
Go do some dancing, buddy, all right?
Here's my half heart, baby. It's my half heart.
Got your other half.
Antron. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Congrats.
I love y'all.
All right. There it is.
That's so cool. I mean, he was on it all weekend. And then the final came down with him and Leah Pruitt. That was the number 5 qualifier up against the number 6 qualifier. It was just a very stout weekend Team Lucas, to be perfectly honest, the Lucas Oil Ambassadors, they kind of crushed it all weekend. A win by Doug Gordon, another win by Matt Cummings. It was good. Kyle Koretsky making it to the finals. It was a good weekend at the Lucas Oil Nats.
Wasn't that what happened last year, Statman, where Antron couldn't find his backside from a hole in the ground, and all of a sudden, towards the playoffs, he started to feel it, and then there he was in the hunt for another championship?
That was close, but I got surprised this week when I looked at the pro stock standings, and I think in the top 10, there's only 2 that have won previous championships. That's Erica and Anderson. There's all new names that are jumping into pro stock. Troy Coughlin Jr. and was it Glenn, Daryl Glenn, and
Dallas Glenn.
Dallas Glenn. All new names up front. So the new names that are happening in NASCAR might be happening in NHRA too. We've been around long enough to see the old school, the new school, and the baby school.
So you're saying we're on baby school time now?
We're on
babies when we started?
Absolutely. Guys, some guys that are up there that weren't even born when we started.
Of course, Antron Brown here in the Freak Nation. Full interview will be up on our website. And the video will be up on YouTube. Also coming up, his name is Will Power, IndyCar Series pilot, getting set for a worldwide technologies extravaganza coming up next Sunday. He'll be here in the Freak Nation. Your full Statman Scat will be here, and we hope to update the Freak Nation on the championship run with SpeedFreaks Hockey. That's right, SpeedFreaks Hockey. That's how we roll. Crash Gladys Spit News and Notes coming up too. Missed them the first hour. We'll get to them this hour. More freaks coming up. SpeedFreaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studio.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add 1 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. 1 bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Palmerito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discoverytown, State, Illinois.
This segment of Speed Freaks is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, you hear us talk about constant travel, time commitments, and a slew of other life schedules. Throw in some unexpected curveballs that life throws our way. It's easy to get lost and in need of some guidance to get back on track. And that's where BetterHelp.com comes in. Go to BetterHelp.com/freaks and get 10% off your first month. Tap into the world's largest network of licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a range of issues, including depression, anxiety, relationships, grief, and more. With BetterHelp.com's therapist, you get the same quality you'd expect from an in-office therapist, but you can communicate with them when and how you want, anytime from anywhere. You also get to schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you from your cell phone or computer. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/freaks for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/freaks.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
There's no competitive sport equal to track and field anywhere in the world, especially the World Championships now in Budapest. I got caught up in the Sunday coverage from NBC Sports, watching Noah Lyles back up his past 200-meter gold with the gold in the 100 meters was incredible to watch. Working that hard, making your own device, your body, equal to or better than everyone else in the world. That must be overwhelming at some point. Watching the woman from the Netherlands fall, reaching for the gold in the mixed 4x400 relay, and the American team won, that was gripping. American Anna Hall needed to win the 800 meters in the women's heptathlon by 3 seconds to get a gold. She won by a second and a half, missing the gold after a lifetime of training for that one moment. Watching the best athletes in the world run, jump, and throw against each other is moving in the extreme, and they do it eye to eye without turning to each other at the end for a fight after disappointment. False starts can mean disqualification. No flags, no questions, just go home. No drama matches that. It's me against you. I love track and field. Those are real speed freaks. Peace.
Your Statman Scat brought to you by our friends at Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com. They have a load of products to keep inside your car snappy, outside your car happy. Go to lucasoil.com. Freak Nation, did you know that Ron Capps at one time pulled Gary Scelzi, speaking of athletes, pulled Gary Scelzi down part of the quarter mile at Pomona Raceway?
And speaking of running,
yes,
track and field.
Carriage, or was it bug? What do they call those things? Rickshaw.
Yes, it was a rickshaw.
Top fuel rickshaw.
Mm.
Yeah, top fuel rickshaw. Staging lane 3.
Yep. All right, how about some Crash Gladys Pit news and notes? Again, Jet Lawrence crushing the competition.
Don't give it all away.
I don't. Listen, 95% of America have no idea who Jet Lawrence is. So share with the Freak Nation who he is, Crasher.
All right. Well, first of all, NASCAR was at the Glen, Moto America in Pittsburgh, Motocross, the Jet Lawrence sport, in Maryland, NHRA in Minnesota. Overall, though, a relatively quiet weekend. No sports cars, no IndyCar. We had some dirt racing out there as well, but overall, pretty quiet weekend. Let's start with Moto America, though. Jake Gagne's dominance this season, it might be technically finalized now, but there are still 4 races to go. Gagne snagged his 3rd straight Superbike championship this weekend with 3 wins in Pittsburgh. There's a little domination going on there as well. But yeah, let's get to Budds Creek Motocross. And yeah, guess what? Jet Lawrence with yet another 1-1 weekend sweep in the motos for his 10th consecutive win in 450s. Oh yeah, that's this Jet guy. He's a rookie. So there's that.
Rookie in the 450s.
Rookie in the 450s, yes. Thank you for that clarification. Brother Hunter Lawrence won his 7th win of the season in a tiebreaker over Justin Cooper. Now, the Lucas Oil Nationals went off in Brainerd, Minnesota with Lucas Oil's own Antron Brown doubling up on the weekend. We didn't talk with him much about his double up this weekend when we just had him on a couple minutes ago. First winning the Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge on Saturday, then winning again on race day in Top Fuel. Funny car went to Ron Capps. Kenny was just talking about Ron Capps in a sweep of the day from the number 1 qualifying spot for his, get this, he's now joining the ranks, 75th career win. And he took over the funny car points lead with this win.
Ron Capps has 75 wins?
Today was number 75. Pro Stock was won by also points leader Dallas Glenn, which was a relieving win. He's won a few this year, 3, I believe. This one was number 4, but he's been winless all summer. So, yes, this was a relieving win for him. NASCAR raced at Watkins Glen, but let's first talk about ARCA's doubleheader on General Tires. Their race at the Glen came down to the final lap. This was Friday when Jesse Love gave a love tap. See what I did there?
Hey-o.
To Connor Zilic in order to steal the win for Friday's General Tire 100. Today saw the series on the dirt oval at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. So yes, everybody drove from Watkins Glen, New York to the Midwest and changed their cars over from road course to dirt oval. Incredible, if you ask me. Venturini ended up sweeping the weekend, this time with driver Brent Cruz behind the wheel. Back to the Glen. Cue the Xfinity trash talking. We've been talking a little bit about it. Ty Gibbs led 70 of the 86 laps Saturday, but the excitement was Sam Mayer tagging Gibbs on the final restart, spinning him accidentally, driving on to the win. Sam made reference to the aggressive racing that today's NASCAR brand represents and also said that he would have done that to any driver as he was going for the win, not just because of his history with Ty. Ty responded then with something along the lines of, I'm racing on Sunday, so I have bigger things to focus on. Got it. We've already talked ad nauseum about that. We still might get to more later, though. Speaking of Sunday, though, Chase Elliott's 2023 woes continued. Michael McDowell, even though he won the first stage, was unable to go 2 wins in a row. Keselowski and Harvick clinched playoff spots, and William Byron, fan favorite, Byron raced to his record 5th win on the season, his first ever road course win, by the way, and extended Hendrick Motorsports Glen wins their consecutive streak to 5, that being 11 overall at the Glen.
Crash Clash Spit News and Notes brought to you by our good friends at Lucas Oil, lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com to find the products to keep all of your rides in your garage. You're out there in your driveway or out front in your big old fat mansion. Fat and happy.
PH fat?
Yeah, could be that. Right. Hey, a couple of things. One, Statman was talking about this. If you follow the NHRA, you probably don't recognize a lot of the names, a lot of the top 10 names in the NHRA Pro Stock class. In fact, Dallas Glenn, we're familiar with Dallas. He's been in the Freak Nation, but he's not a top-tier name like Anderson or Enders. I mean, even a Koretsky, who's sitting 10th in points. But Statman, that's one thing that you noticed about the Pro Stock class, which typically harbors the older drivers, and they just get recycled year after year after year.
Not anymore. The top 10 guys, like you said, there's only 2 champions, and we've been on the air long enough to see guys disappear. Guys like Bob Glidden and Warren Johnson and Jeggy and Jason Line and Alan Johnson and even Tanner Gray is now in NASCAR. These guys have won championships, have been in the top 10 in Pro Stock. Now they're gone, and we have new names like Dallas Glenn and Troy Coughlin Jr. Guys, Camry Caruso, guys that are out there that are taking over for the old guys that have left and gone somewhere else.
A guy that's not necessarily a young gun, but not necessarily an old guy. He's sitting 2nd in points right now. We know him from his import. Is that what what did we call it when we couldn't call it import? Sport compact drag racing. We know him as a champion, 2-time champion, I believe, from Sport compact drag racing. Matt Hartford, a monster behind the wheel. He's sitting 2nd in points. I would love to see him take the Pro Stock Championship. Wouldn't is so deserving. Yes.
Wouldn't that be wild? After we said we were some of those who said that Sport Compact was going to take over for Pro Stock.
Right.
How'd that work out? But yeah, maybe a champion's going to step up and do it anyway.
Dallas Glenn on the big win in Brainerd.
I just need to keep this momentum going. You know, I've been really lucky this season. You know, I feel like I've been just good enough, and I've got the baddest Jerry Haas race car on the planet right now. You know, it was really ugly there in the final. It was shaking pretty good, but it got through it.
Then
he
again,
shook less than his teammate, though, Kyle Koretsky. So take the shake and take the win.
Ron Capps, 75 wins. That's a kick in the nuts. Yeah. I think it's fantastic. Definitely a freak fave, but Ron Capps after the win in Brain.
First of all, 75 is crazy. I think, and if I'm not mistaken, which I thought was so far out of reach, I just tied Pat Austin, who was one of my biggest heroes, still is one of the best drivers I've ever seen in person drive. So if that's true, it's unbelievable, and I don't deserve this. That's first and foremost.
Deserve this? Yes, he does. He's been at it as long as longer than we have on Speed Freaks. Ron Capps is absolutely deserving of 75 wins. He's deserving of 100, and I hope we watch him get to that milestone as well.
In fact, when they write the trivia book for Speed Freaks, Ron Capps is going to play Kenny Sargent in racquetball before the Freaks even got off the ground. Before there was a Freak Nation, there was Capps and Kenny playing racquetball.
Capps and Kenny. That's
Second
a
all time.
hashtag.
Second all time. An NHRA Funny Car wins. Ron Capps.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So John Force, obviously number
John
one.
Force, 155. Ron Capps, 75. Robert Height is third.
Will Power. You don't want to miss this one. IndyCar champion and Indy 500 champ. He joins us next as we get set for WWTR. Coming up, Speed Freaks Piss, Lucas Oil Studio.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
The Pomerado Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discovertown, State, Illinois.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Freak Nation, he is back in the Freak Nation. Will Powers, he's getting set for the Worldwide Technology Raceway coming up next Sunday. And prior to this interview, he was giving some good faces. Will, can you give us the Indianapolis 500 face inside the helmet?
Oh, no, I can't. That's going into turn one. Too fast. Yeah.
Photo that came out earlier this week. Look at that.
Oh.
You look like you might be about 3 or 4 inches too short and about 20 pounds overweight there. What the hell happened there, buddy?
I stopped working out for a while. Just before the photo shoot, shrunk my head a little bit somehow. I don't know how, but then just put on weight. Yeah.
I don't take Will Power as a very, very serious diet guy. I'm sure you watch your diet, but is it one of those things that you wake up in the morning and you've already got programmed what you're going to eat?
Yes, it's exactly the same thing every day. Exactly the same thing. It's 2 sausages, a cup of rice, and the protein shake every morning. I never have anything different ever. Yeah. Anyway, it's been nice being on. I'll hopefully see you guys at the Gateway race. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
I got a lot out of this.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, can we get the niceties out of the way? Listen, Worldwide Technology Raceway. It's going to be humid. It's probably going to be a little hot. What do you eat race day morning, Will Power?
Kenny.
Same damn thing.
Say that is the breakfast, and then for lunch it's chicken breast, rice, avocado. That's it.
Damn.
Okay, but seriously, so food, we get it. Consistency wins.
Yes.
But thinking about Indianapolis, the last race, and now St. Louis coming up, Worldwide Technology Raceway, humidity is a bitch. I mean, how do you hydrate? Are you hydrating 5-6 days in advance? Or how do you prepare for the heat and humidity that these weekends provide?
Yeah, you do some good hydration days before. Yeah, and I mean, before the race, you hydrate well. You can overhydrate, like you can pee out a lot of the goodness. So you got to be pretty careful how much you drink, because you drink too much, and it all comes out in your pee. So you've got to be pretty. You got to know what you're doing on that stuff to hydrate the best. And you also have a bottle in your car as well, so you can I have a drink mix that's in there that I drink during the race.
Okay, so I know Pedialyte used to be a thing for race car drivers. Is that still a thing to mix with your water, or is it just like some sort of a salt or electrolyte blend that you're using now that you're super great?
Yeah,
fitness people mix.
Yeah, I mean, I use BioSteel, which I found the best. It's not full of sugar. Like Gatorade was too much sugar, so you'd have a crash in the middle of the race. I'm not into the wall, but your body
right
crash. Maybe the crash would make you crash, but yeah, you got to find something not too sugary. Depends on your metabolism, how you go through that. But when my blood sugar drops, I get really shaky, so I use BioSteel. I've used for a long time. And they don't even pay me, so they should. If they listen to this, just give me a call. Looking for free product would be enough. So
it's like, send me a box of that. Is that what you got to do, Will Power? Just send me a box of that?
Send me a box and I'll use it. Yeah. Plus a check for $100,000.
That would be nice.
That would help.
Do you think Alex Pallou's contract with McLaren would be in that box?
I think that and about 3 other contracts. 3 other contracts he signed. I don't know who's guiding that guy, but oh my God. I heard that the people that he was guiding him have just been fired. No joke. So I think he's moving in the right direction. Just who knows what's going to happen? He might just say, "Yep, with Ganassi next year," and then suddenly, boom! No, I'm going with Dale Coyne. I'm sorry. I've signed a contract with them, and I'm not. He should just not have a contract because just it doesn't seem to matter.
Why didn't he just start his own one-car team?
Yeah, but then he'd dishonor the contract of his own team. It'd just be confusing for him. He'd just be like, "Well, I'm not driving for you," and he'd be like, "Well, hang on, you are me, so how are you not going to drive like you are me?" Yeah, it'd be very confusing.
So he'd have to start driving the two-seater before the race to have somebody else in the back seat to drive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's gonna kill me now. I'm actually friends with him. He's gonna be like, "Oh, pal, what are you doing? You're ruining my negotiations. I was negotiating with myself for a good contract." And
Good. Let's go back to the hydration thing a little bit. When you get into the race and you're 2/3 of the way through the thing, what tells you that you didn't hydrate right?
Yeah, you're actually not quite as alert. You can tell. You don't think as well. You start to get a bit drained and making little mistakes. I've actually noticed, like, if it goes yellow and you drink a lot of your water bottle under yellow, under caution, you are sharper and more energetic once the fluid goes through. So it makes a difference. It makes quite a difference. Yeah.
Did all of that help you win the pole and set the record last year at Worldwide Technology Raceway?
It certainly did. BioSteel and getting big advertising right now. No, it all matters. It really does. Those small details, they really matter. And you got to be really on top of it and know your body, know what works for you, because everyone's different. Everyone is different. Same with the mental approach. Only you know yourself. You know yourself a lot better than anyone else. Of course, unless you are Alex Below. No. He really is going to be mad. It's like, what is your problem? You've been, And since he's got such a lead, he doesn't have to be nice to me on track either. He can be like, I can't be nice to you. I'm winning the championship anyway, so.
No, he does have to be nice to you at Worldwide Technology Raceway. You've won the pole there 3 out of the past 4 years. You are the pole leader in the series. You're coming off a championship. You're the defending champion. You've got 15, 16 seasons of a consecutive win. But I remember talking to you once, and you don't look at stats like that.
It matters.
Oh.
It does, actually. That stuff does matter. I mean, it is. I badly want to get a win before the end of the year. And I know that it's never a guarantee in this series. It's extremely competitive, and you have to do an extremely good job to get a win. But, all those matters. I'd love to surpass Michael Andretti in wins, which I need 2 more wins to do so. But, I mean, you've got to forget about all that stuff and just put your head down and do your absolute best, and that gives you the best chance to get a win. I mean, that's all you can do. Yes, you shouldn't think – I don't think about that stuff in the race or in the car or during the weekend. But, yeah, when you sit back at home, that's your legacy. That's you do want to finish your career out with some good numbers that matter. So, yeah.
Will Power, IndyCar Series pilot, getting set for Worldwide Technology Raceway, joining us here in the Freak Nation. Will, you talk about polls. Do the media make so much about these damn polls versus drivers going, you're back in the garage going, okay, I got the pole, so what? Or is it a big deal?
Pole, like qualifying was always a really big deal for me. It is less so now. I've worked very much on my racecraft, but it was the only time the weekend where you extracted the absolute most out of yourself and the car, the machine. So it showed who was truly the quickest driver, and I really loved that. It was really the session I enjoyed the most of the weekends. But that has moved more to the race. I really, really enjoy the races, and I've worked really hard on different, things that are required to win races these days. So, qualifying is really, really does show who is the ultimately the quickest driver. Like you've seen this year, many different people have poles, and it's just extremely difficult to get a pole. So it is a fun session and very frustrating at times.
Come on, man. Willpower. Anytime you can get that guy in the Freak Nation is legendary. Go to www.raceway.com to get information on how you could be a part of a legendary weekend at Worldwide Technology Raceway Weekend with IndyCar. Their next race in St. Louis. More freaks coming up, including Speed Freaks Hot.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
The Pomerado Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discovertown, State, Illinois.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Hell of a show tonight, Freak Nation. Everybody from Ron Capps to Michael McDowell, Antron Brown, Dallas Glenn, Will Power, Sam Mayer, Ty Gibbs. Holy smokes. Where else are you going to get that? Where else are you going to get something about hockey in the Freak Nation?
In hockey and motorsports.
Suave, you want to share with the Freak Nation your shirt that you have on? First of all, if you're watching us on MAV TV, you can see that snappy Speed Freaks Hockey Club t-shirt. But you've been working out?
No. Why? Do I look svelte in this shirt? Do I look svelte?
Look well built.
I like it.
Yeah, look pretty good, buddy.
Not even 12-ounce curls?
No.
Yes. No 12-ounce curls?
No.
Really?
No, this is all natural, baby.
Oh.
Come on. Come on.
Well, Freak Nation, again, if you're watching us on MAV TV, be prepared for some mad insight to Speed Freaks hockey. Yes, we did purchase a team. Well, okay, let's just say that. If other rich billionaire movie stars, celebrities can purchase teams, why can't Speed Freaks? So, again, we purchased a team out of the Pineville Hockey League, a D-League team, right, Richie?
C-League.
C-League, that's right. That's right, C-League team. That we had high hopes. And frankly, I think Richie, do you think they excelled our expectations by making their way into the championship after beating the Ice Holes?
Yeah, well, remember when we bought the team, our goal from the outset was to be a tough team to play against. That was number one.
Yep.
Number two was to beat the Ice Holes. Did that in the semifinals. Did that. In fact, we absolutely smoked them in the semifinals. We beat our biggest rivals, the Ice Holes, 7-2 in the semifinals. And we have a video from our friends down there at the Pineville Ice House League. We got our hands on who won the Freak of the Game. Alex scored 2 goals, 3 points in the semifinals to send us to the finals against the Ice Holes. So take a look at this after the semifinal win. Okay. Win or lose, we booze.
Two, I think, maybe not, but good hustle. And the one that hustled the most also got the most goals. Did you get a Hattie or no?
No, just 2.
All right, well, Alex.
Just one more.
Truly's on Alex. Let's go.
Yeah, Truly.
Let's go. Hey, what do we say? Win or lose?
Woo! Win or lose, we booze, baby. Damn right. Well, it's on the back of the shirt. It says win or lose, we booze. That's been our motto all season long. And dang it, we did it right. Did it all the way to the championship game. And unfortunately, the championship game did not go as any of us had hoped. Got off to a slow start. Gave up 3 goals in the first period against Triple C. You can't chase the game. We all know that. We're all big hockey fans around here. And if you start chasing the game in the first period, you're going to lose. That's what happened. Unfortunately, 6-3, the final score in the championship game. But battled hard all season long. Very proud of the men and women of the Speed Freaks Hockey Club. And they lived up. They lived up to the win or lose we booze title. Won more than lost. That's the important thing. So congratulations on a great summer season to Speed Freaks Hockey Club. They'll be back coming up in the fall here in a few weeks.
Oh, just a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, cool. We can get this madness going again. I think as team owners, though, we just heard it in that video. Clearly, Trulies are what Alex appreciates. So we should, as the member of the match or the player of the match, we should probably freak of the match.
There you go.
Freak of the match. Of course. I mean, duh.
We
should game, whatever. I'm getting all my sports confused. Today was also the final of Women's World Cup soccer, and those are matches. So, yes, freak of the game. We should send her a case of Trulies. Right?
Let's send the whole team a case, man. Let them just party down, get naked, walk around town. with your freakware on.
Okay.
Statman, you're a pretty good judge in general managership. How do you think Richard C. Suave did as a general manager of Speed Freaks hockey?
Was he the general manager? Yeah, he did a great job. We got us to the championship round. There's 30 different general managers in the NFL who can't say the same thing.
Oh, right.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so that means our general manager also needs a case of something.
No, I wanted a championship. I don't know why we're all so happy here. I wanted a G-damn championship here in the Freak Nation. We don't go out and spend that kind of money. What does Will Ferrell say in Talladega Nights?
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. What? We are the second place team, my friend. No, Queen didn't write a damn song about second place.
Okay. Valid.
We are the runner-ups, my friend. No, it doesn't work that way. Championship contenders. That's just two words, right? Championship contenders. Champion is one word. That's for first place. I don't know where I'm going with this at all. But at least Ty Gibbs didn't get involved in this thing.
He gets a case of nothing burger too.
Yeah. So congratulations to Speed Freaks Hockey for that. I should have won the damn championship. How do you not beat a team called Triple C? I mean, imagine what the C stand for.
Wow.
And
We
the
need
crowd
crickets.
goes-
C stands for crickets. Yeah.
Did we find out what the three C's stood for, Suave?
Oh, I have no clue.
Oh, my God. What are you doing, son?
C League, C League, C League.
Yeah. See ya. I don't know. There it is. All right. Well, they'll be back at it again come fall. And then I think there's ever a break.
Oh.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like
That's
it.
just like soccer. They play soccer all the time.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
You're
Spoken
the-
from a racing show in which NASCAR goes from February to November. And then basically racing in general, you have December off, even though you have some conventions. And then Supercross starts in January and sports cars start in January. So we are also in a business that really is never off.
And then IndyCar takes about 8 months?
Well, yeah, they're the exception.
They just skip a year and then they start. Holy crap.
They are the exception. Yeah. Half year on, half year off.
Richie,
half year on, half year
did we
off.
find a poll for this freaking extravaganza?
No, not tonight. Not tonight.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, we need to find one regarding Ty Gibbs. What did we find?
Or
as far
William
as,
Byron. Why
Yeah.
do you like William Byron?
No, that's too easy.
No, why? Or do you?
No.
Just got to put a poll out there to see if anybody in the Freak Nation wants to buy the Speed Freaks hockey shirts.
Speaking of crickets, that's
I mean, there's probably one or two people in the Freak Nation that win or lose, they want to booze. Yeah.
Mhm. That ought to just be the Freaks motto, right? Why does it have to be stuck with
It's my
freaking
life
hockey?
motto. How do you think?
Me
Why do you
too.
think I got it? Why do you think I came up with it in the first
Yeah.
place?
It's apropos, especially since 2020. It's just kind of been the way things have gone.
Yeah, Richie comes from a fairly deep line of play-by-play and color commentators for hockey. Spent some time calling ASU hockey, right, Richie?
That's correct. Yes.
Wait a minute. They have ice in Arizona?
Yes, they do.
Remind Statman a couple of the better players in the National Hockey League. Suave, that are
Austin
from-
Matthews, raised in the state of Arizona. The Kachuk brothers, their dad played with the Coyotes. Kachucks, two of the best players in the National Hockey League right now out of Arizona. Matthew Nyes, Toronto Maple Leafs out of Arizona.
Yeah, man.
Josh Doan, remember the Coyotes this year? Shane Doan's son.
Shane Doan's son is that damn old?
Yeah.
He was 10 last time I saw that guy. Dang.
They grow up so fast.
Hey, doesn't Gretzky own? Is he part owner of something in Arizona?
Don't know. I'm gonna walk off the show. Thank God we have like a
That
minute left of the
man.
show because that's
wow.
That's a dagger
Yeah.
right to the heart. What you
That-
just said there.
Ended badly, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
All right. Statman hadn't turned the page in
Trigger
15
warning.
years of hockey.
Trigger warning. You just caused a hurricane. I mean,
boy. Hey.
Screw what's going on in Southern California. This was the Speed Freaks hurricane.
Freak Nation, thinking about you guys there on the West Coast going through the remnants of Hurricane Hillary. Be safe, Freak Nation. Please do. A big show for you, Freak Nation. If you miss any of it, go to our website, speedfreaks.tv. You can listen to it tomorrow morning. And, of course, you can watch it on YouTube and the official Speed Freaks. Thank you guys for being a part of this big old thing. We'll do it again next weekend after a big IndyCar race at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Statman, shoot the juice to the moose and
cut it loose.
See ya.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, Dad, what are you going to buy at the store today?
I'm out of Lucas Oil fuel treatment, so let's jump in here and grab us some.
Well, do they have the Lucas Oil Parts Cleaner and Degreaser?
I bet they do.
Well, how about the Lucas Oil Power Steering Fluid?
You know, they'll have that too.
Even the Octane Booster?
I won't be surprised if they do.
My favorite red and tacky grease?
Yes, they will, babe.
Dad, when we're done, can we grab some candy?
Deal, but you gotta share.
Awesome! Lucas works.
The Pomerado Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race. It's a spectacle. Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism in Discovertown State, Illinois.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
This segment of Speed Freaks is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, you hear us talk about constant travel, time commitments, and a slew of other life schedules. Throw in some unexpected curveballs that life throws our way. It's easy to get lost and in need of some guidance to get back on track. And that's where BetterHelp.com comes in. Go to BetterHelp.com/freaks and get 10% off your first month. Tap into the world's largest network of licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a range of issues, including depression, anxiety, relationships, grief, and more. With BetterHelp.com's therapist, you get the same quality you'd expect from an in-office therapist, but you can communicate with them when and how you want, anytime from anywhere. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/freaks for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/freaks.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAV TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAV TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.